Good morning, guys. It is currently 5:15 a.m. and we are here at beautiful Jarman's Viewpoint here in Sandy. So the reason we are here is because we want to try out the new time-lapse mode on the Sony a7 III. My brother's gonna set up a tripod for me right now. He's gonna be filming. We're gonna get my settings on how I set up the time-lapse. We're here at the destination. You can see sun's gonna rise somewhere there. Got the tripod set up. Really beautiful, guys. I'm gonna right now get the camera set up on the tripod and show you guys how I set up my time lapses. So I was pretty excited to do this. Alright, guys, so we have just set up the camera on the tripod. First thing we're gonna do is put the camera into aperture priority mode. So pretty much what this does is you set the aperture and you let the camera adjust the shutter speed as the sun is rising, so the exposure changes and the camera reacts, so that way you're not gonna get too overexposed or underexposed. So that's what the aperture priority mode does. Next up, we're gonna go into tab 1, menu system. I'm gonna go interval shooting. And this is how you get to the menu setup. I recommend you guys set this to a C1 or C2 button, but if you don't do that, you can easily just do it in tab 1, page 4. So obviously you want to turn on the interval shooting to on. Next up, we're going to go to the shooting start time. This you want to give it a couple seconds, that way you can kind of give it a little bit of shake. The first image won't be blurry because you got 3 seconds for it to react. Next up, we have the interval shooting. So this is pretty much how much you want each interval to be. So I want a shot to be taken every 5 seconds. This is kind of personal preference. You can do whatever you want, but for me, I kind of like 5 seconds. Next up, number of shots. I usually set this to the most because you can just turn it on and off with the shutter button, so I don't really see why you would do less, unless you like really want like a certain amount of shots, then I guess you could set it lower, but I just keep it at 999. Next up, AE tracking sensitive. So this is pretty much how fast or how smooth you want the exposure to change. So as the sun rises, instead of it being really like jumpy, it's gonna be really smooth and gradual. So that's why you keep it low. And that's pretty much it for the first menu system. Let's get into the second one. All right, guys, so we have just finished up the first page. Let's go to the second page. We got 2 tabs here. First off, silent shooting interval is pretty obvious. You can keep it on or off, depends if you want to hear the shutter being clicked. Next up is shooting interval priority. In this scenario, I have a 5-second shooting interval, so every 5 seconds I'm gonna have a shot taken. In certain scenarios, you can keep this on and off, that way the shutter speed will adjust how long a shot's taken or how quick. So this can be beneficial. You can have a longer or shorter time lapse, but in this sunrise, I'm gonna have it on. That way I'll keep a shot every 5 seconds and let the camera do everything else for me. But that's pretty much it for how to set up a time lapse. Next up is just to focus it and center it and frame it. So we have just manually focused it, set up the framing. So all that's left is just to click the shutter button and we'll start the time lapse. So we have just finished up the time lapse. Sun has rose. It's so beautiful here. It's literally off the side of the road here in Sandy. Right now my brother's flying a drone, finishing up the drone shots. But that pretty much takes care of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, follow me on Instagram, subscribe. I do have a lot of cool videos coming on my channel, like a cinematic video, a vlog, and a downtown project. So definitely stay tuned for that. But for today, pretty much takes care of it. It's Tony, and I'll see you guys in the next one.